Well, welcome back, folks. Another episode of Dragon Age Origins. If you watched our last episode, we were in camp. We were trying to figure out exactly what the heck we needed to do to get all of our downloadable content working. And let me tell you, folks, it's been 2 hours, literally 2 hours in between episodes. What a hassle this has been. Finally figured out what I could do to get it to work, and now if we look at our downloadable content, I do have the Ultimate Edition, so we've finally got all of our stuff enabled. I had to register on the BioWare login. They wouldn't let me log in, and every time I went to another page, it asked me to log in. Finally registered my game. It took me forever to try and find the key in my Origins account because, that's not very easy to do. Finally got my key, tried to register it, but like I said, on the BioWare account, you have to register it. Every time I went to a new page, it was telling me to log in. I kept logging in, going to the next page, trying to register. Finally got my account registered. Got back in the game. It never updated, never downloaded everything. Had to get on the internet, try to figure out what the heck I was doing wrong, and finally found a website that said to try and update the game. So I downloaded the 105 patch because, you can't tell what patch version. Normally a game has the patch number somewhere. There's no patch number anywhere that I can find. So I went on trying to find other sites that would say, okay, go to this spot and look for your patch number, and never was able to find what they were talking about, so I couldn't tell what patch number I had. So exited the game again. Finally just decided, well, I'm going to just download the 105 patch, 1.05 patch. Downloaded that. It still didn't download my stuff, and I'm still not sure why some of this is green and why some of this is not green, but finally, after 2 hours of aggravation, upsettingness, and just pain in the butt, I think I've got everything enabled. So that should take care of the issue we were having with talking to this guy and having to... Oh, look at that. New quest. New quest. New quest. Another new quest. How many new quests are we going to have here? Probably quite a few here. New codex. Alright. So that's all good. Now let's talk to this guy.
Considered my offer? Soldier's Peak has been abandoned too long, if you ask me.
I agree. Your family's faith will be rewarded. I will help you.
1,000 blessings upon you, Warden.
Oh,
I'll mark
my
down
gosh.
the location
Seriously,
on your map.
how
When
many...
you arrive, we'll
How
pick
much
our way
time,
through the
effort, and
tunnels
trouble.
together.
It should have just auto-downloaded. It should have auto-patched. It should have done all this stuff for you. Let's look at our journal now and see how much of this content we've actually missed already. Ooh, Soldier's Pass, Soldier's Peak, all kinds of things. I don't know if these are some of the locations we've already been in. Unfortunately, we're going to miss some of this stuff. There's all kinds of different things. Okay, so yeah, we're back in camp, and I hadn't even gotten a chance. Where's the dwarf? Here he is. Let's go talk to the dwarf
If
here.
there's anything I can do for you, please, please tell me.
And let's see what you have. Let's try to persuade him. I did put a skill point into conversation, so let's see.
Oh, nothing so unusual and so interesting as you and your companions, I'm sure. Dwarven merchants are common enough on these roads, aren't they? I hear news from Dinnerham that Tyrn Loghain has been declared the new regent. It makes sense, his daughter being the queen. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is.
Let's see what you've
I'm
got
sure
for
you'll be
sale,
pleased
buddy.
with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Alright, let's see what we has here. I got 12 gold, 20 silver, 37 copper. Tomb of Physical... Oh, that's 22 gold. Okay. Let's see. I'd like to get my wonderful... Ooh, here's this dragon, blood dragon plate helmet. Requires 38 strength. Jeez. Yeah, so one of the things one of the packs was this blood dragon stuff, which would be awesome, but you need a 38 strength. Alright, maybe we should look at... Alright, here we go. Just weapons. Magic. 24 magic. Restricted to a mage. Spell power of 4. I'd like to get that for our young lady. Let's compare it to what she has. There it is. So she has the requirements to get this. So it is extra damage, armor penetration, spell power goes up by 1, gives her some nature resistance, and plus 10% natural damage for 8 gold. Wow, that's kind of expensive actually. Wow. All right, I'm gonna do the look around and see what we have, and I'll be right back, folks. Just hang on, bear with me. Alright, folks, we are back. I was able to sell a few things, buy a few things for our characters, but of course we don't have access to them yet. I do want to talk
What
to
do you wish of me?
Morgan here. Morgani, I'd like to ask you
If
something.
you must. Well, that depends, does it not? What does she seem to be? You mean, is she truly the Flemeth of legend and story? Tell me, how much do you know of the tale? The one that the chastened still tell of my mother, to frighten them into obedience. I can relay what Flemeth once told me herself, and you can decide whether or not 'tis the truth, if you desire.
Do we want to hear a story?
As the tale is sung by the bards, there was a time when Flemeth was young and beautiful, a fair lass in a land of barbarian men, the desire of any who saw her. The tales say that Flemeth fell in love with Osen the bard, and fled the castle of her husband, the dread Lord Conabar, and that he swore vengeance for her infidelity. In truth, my mother claims that 'twas Osen who was her husband, and Conabar the jealous lord who looked on from afar. Lord Conabar approached young Osen and offered him wealth and power in exchange for his lovely wife, and Osen agreed. The life of a bard is a poor one, and love fades in the wake of hunger. 'Twas Flemeth who suggested the arrangement. All would have been well had Lord Conabar kept his end of the bargain. But he was a foul man who bargained with coin he did not possess. Osen was led off to a field and slain, left for dead. Flemeth spoke to the spirits and learned of the deed, and swore revenge. Spirits first, and 'twas they who slew Conabar. Flemeth did not turn to the demon until much later. Lord Conabar's allies chased Flemeth, you see. Chased her to the wilds, and there she hid. There she found the demon, and he made her strong. The legends all speak of the great hero Cormac, he who defeated Flemeth and her great army when she invaded the lowlands centuries later. All lies. The truth of the matter is that there was never an invasion. As Flemeth tells it, the Chastened never raised an army under her banner, and she never fought with any warrior named Cormac. Cormac led a brutal civil war against his own people, and later claimed it was to vanquish evil that had taken root amongst the lords. Thus, he was hailed a hero. Flemeth was only attached to the legend much later. Perhaps 'twas due to the great war with the Chastened that eventually came, but Mother claims not to know how it began. You ask if I have sisters. I have asked of this myself. The stories tell of many witches of the wilds after all, not just the one. And these tales existed long before I did. Flemeth refuses to speak of other daughters, if they existed. So, should I believe I am her first? I doubt that too.
You believe her visions?
I do not believe everything that Flemeth claims. Oft it seems her bitterness has colored her memories. But on the whole, yes, I believe this tale, if not all. The demon within her has transformed her into something else. An abomination, perhaps some would say. I know not. I only know my mother is clever, and she is part of the wilds as it is part of her. But she is no immortal. She bleeds. A blade in her heart would kill her like any other, were it lucky enough to find her. Flemeth tells it with far more embellishment than I, but you are welcome. Dare I ask of your own mother? Few are abominations of legend, 'tis true, but I find myself curious nevertheless. Nothing. I wish to know nothing more. I find myself a little envious, to tell the truth. But it matters not. Let us move on.
Okay, let us move on. That is what we shall do. Alright, I just wanted to talk with her for a little while and see if I can get her a little bit happier with the situation that's going on. Alright, there's the world map. Feast day gifts. What? So we gotta turn to our right. Come on, buddy. Give me your gift if you're gonna...
You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed. It's good
Come
to have
on,
you along
buddy.
on the road.
Give me something good. Have you heard any rumors? Persuade. What's your story? And let me see your wares. We already looked at his wares. And we've talked to him about his stories.
Oh, nothing so unusual and so interesting as you
okay.
and your
So-
companions, I'm sure. Dwarven merchants are common enough on these roads, aren't they?
Alright, let me see your wares.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my
Just so
boy
I
and I
can-
have collected. And with your discount.
And our discount. Okay, so, yeah, we still have quite a few things in our inventory. I want to talk to the little runt
Enchantment?
and see, yes, I want an enchantment done, yes.
Enchantment!
Okay. So I do have my Oathkeeper sword. Pretty good sword. Gives it that's an extra 10% on healing effects. So let's do +2 electrical damage or +1 fire damage or chance to reduce movement. Well, let's there's no sense in keeping these runes. I don't think I'm going to be able to put them on the other characters' weapons. So we will put that in there and add electric damage and say okay. There we go. Awesome. Now, let's get out of here. Head off down the road here and figure out where exactly we're headed. It's going to take us to the world map. Okay, so we have our choice. We're definitely taking Morgan. She is... she's only level 6 mage, though. She's a level 7 rogue, but I haven't really equipped her much. Sven, we did equip him with a bunch... Or I got some stuff for him. It comes down to Alistair, Donk, Spawn, Killer, and Liana. Who should we take? I guess we're going to take Alistair because we got some weapons and stuff for him, I think, as well. Okay, so we've got all sorts of new locations now. What we're looking for is Soldier's Peak. Doesn't tell you what level you should be. Okay. Docks are now the only means to reach the tower. Redcliffe Village, a fishing village. Seltzer's Pass. Frostback Mountains. I'd really like to go to Soldier's Peak. What is this up here? Oh, that's our party camp. Oh, gotcha. So do we go there right away? I think we do. Like I said, it doesn't tell you what level you should be. I don't know if I'm overdoing our bounds, if we should stop here and go look at, oh, see all the journey, we got to make it way over there. Jeez.
And here we are, Soldier's Peak.
Ooh, awesome.
Maker's breath. Look at the size of her. What a fortress. I told you the map would get us through the tunnels.
Just a minute, you were lost a couple times. Mr. Wood, how did you find the path on your own? She's impressive, that's for certain.
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Just tell me anyways.
It came to me in my dreams.
Okay,
When
I
was a
believe
lad,
you. I've had
I
my
tried
own
going
dreams
through the
going
tunnel
on here,
by
folks.
myself. Got horribly lost. But every now and again since, I've dreamt of it.
Oh, I didn't
want you to
that.
think I was some moon-addled simpleton. I've my wits about me. But enough of that. I'll follow you from a distance. This place has the stench of death. I expect there's trouble up ahead.
Looks like it's in better days.
Of course there
Better
are.
centuries, more like.
Alright.
Once the wardens
You
flourished,
need to turn
their
on
ranks
our fire
full, their
weapons
caliber
again.
certain. Now they even accept people like you, Alistair.
Hey.
Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and look at all the spells and stuff in between episodes. I'm going to kind of put all of the group spells down on the end and all of our personal spells closer, and I'll do that with all the abilities here. And we'll be back to check out this Soldier's Peak shortly, folks. I sure am glad I got the Ultimate Edition, but man, oh man, it's been a pain in the ass trying to get it downloaded and installed. So for those of you out there that have done it, congratulations. That's all I got to say, but it would cost me like 2 hours of my life that I'll never get back. And we'll see you next episode. So thanks so much for watching.